What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Durkatron Prime. I'm going to be covering a Merva loop list. It got first place at the Tamer party at PPG. It took me a little while to post it up because I wanted to adjust one little flex spot, but I realized that that flex spot just helps you with any matchup. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into the profile. I played against a Black War Gray, I played against War Gray, Hunters, Beelzemon, and I was able to beat them all individually. I only drew, I think, with the Black War. But other than that, the deck plays really, really well, being able to swing like up to 9 attacks per turn. And just, it keeps going on and it keeps looping. So let's go ahead and jump into the profile. We're going to have 3 Ignite Mons just for the cross in trait. Still has a good effect when attacking pop a Digimon. You're able to pop your Minervamon or pop something else important to pop a Digimon on your opponent's side of the board. You're mainly just using it just to put pressure onto bodies that really don't have protection, or put pressure onto bodies that only have like one form of protection. But also on top of that, if you're able to put it under Mervamon, that makes it a 7 cost, which is amazing. Then we're going to be running 3 Sukaimons. Sukaimons gain us a memory on deletion. I teched it in this card because I realized that nobody's really playing memory blockers, and playing memory blockers or on-play blockers at the current moment is a little too slow, even when you're ending with it. There's just so many different cards that bounce it or get rid of it, like Old Force X or Metal Greymon and etc. But card's really, really strong, as you're able to, when you go into your Cerberusmon and you pop it with the Werewolf, you're going to gain a memory off that already, and you're going to be gaining one off the Analog or the Nidhogg. So you're always going to be at 3, ready to do your Minervamon plays. Card's really, really strong, a little underrated. I only run it at 3 because you only need to see it occasionally, but early game really does help to get the extra memory. Gabumon is going to be running at 4. Draw, discard. You're going to be discarding your Promote package, your Nidhogg's, anything that you want to trash to play off Minervamon or the Mervamon. Promote package, still the best champion package for the loop list. As you're able to keep turn, you're going to be gaining an extra memory for the Mervamon when it comes out. So it's going to be a 6 cost Mervamon, and if you're able to swing that same turn, it becomes a 5 cost. If you play 2 promotes, it becomes a 5 cost, and if you swing, you have the possibility of making it a 3 cost Mervamon, which is absolutely crazy, especially if you're able to play it for free off the Minervamon. It's just so much value with this package alone. You're able to get rid of a rookie, you're able to get memory, and then it just goes off every single time. The King Kakumon also comes up in scenarios where you need cards in trash. Whenever you swing with the promote, you're able to discard the card you need in trash to set up. This deck has a lot of setup situations, but it does very, very well. I choose this side over this package over the Eismon package because the Eismon package is still too slow. If you think about it, digivolving to a Kinkaku, Ginkaku, or a Lizard, then going promote over for 1, that is going to get you the 2nd draw for champion, and then if you digivolve into your Cerberus right after, that's 3 draws. So you're paying let me see, you're paying 1 extra memory to make it the 3 draws you would initially gain. I'm sorry, 2 draws you would initially gain from the Eismon. On top of that, the Cerberus, when it dies, it gets the effects as well. I kind of understand the sense where you want the Eismon, but it's just that every time it dies and you have to on-play a body, it's just super bad. Giving your opponent that much memory just to draw cards and not go towards your game plan is a little too slow, but that is just my opinion. So then we're going to be jumping onto 3 Dark Lizards. You don't really need more than that. You're just doing it for the retaliation body that gets played off the Mervamon, and then it has the draw and discard if you ever get stuck in a weird situation. You're going to be running 4 Cerberusmons. This is the bread and butter of the deck, as you're able to swing Cerberusmon for 1 check, or just go straight into Cerberusmon Werewolf mode, just to guarantee you're going to be getting the attacks off on your opponent. One of the biggest thing I noticed is that you want to just drop the werewolf, not even swing with the Cerberus, not even swing with the werewolf, and just go straight into Minervamon just to gain the memory, then to get a safer swing on a higher memory count. It's going to be drawing you 2, discarding 1. It can gain you an extra memory. It's going to be drawing 2. It's going to be putting out a rush body with 9k, and it's going to be setting up your champions in trash. So then we're going to be having, for our level 6, we have 3 Mervamons, 3 Minervamons. Minervamon is a good defensive option as well as an offensive option. If you don't see any of your kill spells, you're going to be swinging, forcing your opponent to respond to it. Try to set up a Mervamon in trash. If you have a Gabu, you keep the Minerva in hand. I'm sorry. You keep the Merva in hand, and then you discard the cards off the Demi and then the Gabu in a situation where your opponent doesn't expect you to drop something crazy off the deletion of this. Every time your opponent plays a Digimon, you're going to be going wide as well. And there's just so many different decks that don't punish this card at this moment because they're just building one huge line, and by the time you get to your line, you have 8 attacks. Minervamon also combos very well with the Revive from Darkness combo, which is going to be playing Revive from Darkness if your opponent has 3 or less Digimon. I'm sorry, less than 3 Digimon. You're going to be popping the Minerva to play the Cerberus, to play the and then her effect is going to be playing the Werewolf, which is going to net you 9 memory. Really huge on this is that you can discard the Nidhogg's for extra memory. They're not really there for Digivolving at all. You discard them off the Gabus, the Demi Maras, or the Cerberuses. Card's still really strong, being able to get that extra memory to keep turn. So Mervamon, you can also just do it just to drop it. You're going to be playing it for 6 instead of 8 with the Kinkakumon package. Even then, it's still such a very strong card, putting out blockers and giving your retaliation bodies rush as well. And then we're going to be running 4 analogs. I realized that the deck really does need the search engine, as you're able to set up cards in trash, not really caring about the option setting there. But the big part is that you take what you want in hand, you send the rest to trash for later. Then you're going to be playing 2 purple memory boosts. The only reason why I started putting in this card is that's kind of a win more card, as you're able to search that 1 Cerberus, that 1 Minerva, or that 1 Merva that you're currently missing in hand, which also helps out so much. Being able to pop the boost and keep turn and do stuff that are even crazier is just huge. Also, if your opponent hits it in security, they're just putting you at an insane amount of memory to do multiple swings. This deck is a very high skill cap, so if you're able to pull it off, you're able to pull it off. If you can't, you just need a little bit more practice. Jack Raid, we're going to be running it at 2. I don't see a reason to run more than 2. When it comes up, it comes up. When it doesn't, it doesn't. Demonic Disaster, which is actually a very, very strong card. I teched it in once, and it's came up in different scenarios where I'm just able to just drop a Mervamon, swing with both of the smaller bodies, and if any of them live, if both of them live, I can pop one to restand the other and swing again, or I can swing with the Mervamon that lives and then pop something else to restand one of the 2 bodies. It's just it's really big. It puts that 3 attack into a 4 for just 1 memory. You're also able to pop you're also able just to play it for 1, just to pop the Minervamon if you get in a weird situation, just to get off your whole combo off again. You're going to be playing Calling for Darkness for 1 to add 2 cards to your hand, to pop the Mervamon, to set up your hand for to add back the Nidhogg's, just to discard them again to gain more memory. And then you're going to be playing the Revive from Darkness just to do the Revive from Darkness combo. Our 4 eggs are going to be Demi Mervamon, and yeah, so the deck plays very, very well. If you're playing against a format where you're it's all based off of your store. If your store is going wide, you rather do the Lilith loop plays because it does interfere with your Minervamon too much. But if you're playing against a store that just stacks tall, just play the Minervamon loop. But yeah, this deck got first place. I've been playing against multiple Greymons, and the only issue I've been playing against is the Ulforce. That's just because they have multiple bounces, and then one Rena can do way too much. But hope you guys like the deck profile. Remember, we brick by nature, and remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.